pretty solid days of practice. Um, it's basically ACC championship week. I mean, this is a big game. It's not the end of the world, but it's a big game. Just and next week will be big too, and then the week after will be big. So, we don't make it any bigger than any other game, but it's a special game because it's the ACC start. It's a special game because they're a good football team. They're the champion of the Coastal, and we get an opportunity to open up with them down in third place. I'm sure they'll have a great crowd, and it'll be fun. So, questions?
One of the players mentioned yesterday nobody on this roster has beat North Carolina in the last 3 years. Is this game maybe more than, aside from just what it means in terms of the Coastal Saints, do you feel like this game maybe means a little more to the players just because they've had 3 tough games against them in the last 3 years?
I think so. I mean, you had, I guess, 2 7 or less type games, and I think, there's always got to be a little bit of a, the revenge factor and wanting to go down and get one. And it'll be the first time the seniors, get a chance to beat them. It's a game that, and again, they're a good football team. It's a chance that, the seniors will have to beat them. And it's the only, team in the Coastal that we haven't beat since we've, entered into the ACC conference. So I think that means something as well.
Is this game, is it fair to say it's a referendum on strategies? One team, is more worried about stopping the run than stopping the pass. The other team's more concerned with stopping the pass and stopping the run.
No, I mean, and I say that because I guess that's what they haven't done, maybe what we haven't done. But they've got to be committed to stopping the run. They have to. I mean, and again, to say that just what they haven't done, maybe what we haven't done. They've watched the tape. They have to stop the run. They have to. And we have to. So I think that'll be a critical part of the game is who does what, and we I think both of us have to eliminate explosive gains, and on the other end both offenses have to win the game. I think that's part of the game. I think the team that has the most explosive runs or passes will win the game.
Going into the season, Pat, you're also one of the staff is quite highly touted as you all had. Through 3 games here, how is their performance matched your expectations you had?
Well, I mean, I think anytime you're rushing for over 200 yards a game, which we have the last 2 outings, we didn't in the opener for whatever reason. We still wish we would have and could have, regardless of what plays we have called. But based on that, and based on our run yardage, you got to feel pretty good about it. And based on our protecting of our quarterback, we've done that as well. Even in the Villanova game, I mean, the quarterback got hit once and it's a missed protection. And it came down to a communication issue with the offensive lineman telling our tailback where to go. And if you look at it, all the linemen slide this way, and the tailback was supposed to go this way. But the tailback stood right behind all the big old linemen going this way. And it was a mental thing, not a, we got beat, someone got beat. You go back and watch it, it's 7 points for them, and it should have been a shutout. So, that's, minute. But our guys have done a great job of running the football, and they protect the quarterback, and that's what O-linemen do. They can't do anything else. They can't catch a pass. They can't run a route. So I would say expectation-wise, you got to be pretty happy with where they are. I hope they get better.
When you first got here, Pat, was that one group, one position, I guess, that really stood out to you, in terms of what you inherited?
It seems like it was 10 years ago. I don't remember. But, I think we took our guys when we got here, really didn't care what it was that we'd run into. It's, what are they now? And we didn't have the depth a year ago that we have developed right now.
Coach, I always talk. Good.
You talked on Monday about the communication things in the secondary. Can you get a gauge through practice of things have been corrected, some steps have been made?
But a real good gauge, real good gauge. On Tuesday and Wednesday, it was loud communication and huge emphasis put on it. And that's what we do as coaches, try to fix the problem. You can't you plug up that hole over there, I'll send something else springs somewhere else. We know that. But that was a major focus this week, and so really Tuesday, Wednesday it was loud, and we're making signals. I think you guys will see some signals. They go, hey, what's that signal? I wonder what that signal. Jerry, you'll be like, man, Coach, what does this signal mean?
I'll ask you about it.
I know you will. So I think you'll see more of that because we've overemphasized it. We need to over communicate, and you got to do it in a fast tempo. And then today we had it was a little louder at practice, so you couldn't hear someone say anything. So you better. Whether it's that loud there or not, we're prepared for the noise as well. So not only do you have to, signal it, you have to, say it as well. So we've got a good good job both days of communicating with each other.
One of the more balanced offenses we've seen or have seen, I should say.
It really is. I mean, I think they're a 50-50 type team, and they're going to take their shots. And, Oklahoma State was not like that. They can have a run path open, and they're going to still throw it. This team wants to run the football. They're committed to it. They got an offensive line that can do it. They got, Hood can do it. And the quarterback can run as well. So they don't have a ton of quarterback runs in, but they really want to. That's their identity. They like to run the ball like we would like to run the ball. They do it a little bit different style. They want to run the football on offense. They think it's important.
Coach, you guys always obviously talk about stopping the run as your main priority, and you've done a good job against that. Keeping teams from not getting more than 100 yards yet against some good tailbacks, but the last 2 games they've each put up 4 rushing touchdowns. So, what do you think you need to do a better job of keeping them from getting it into the end zone when they get close?
Yeah, well, don't let them get there. Even Penn State, you can have 4 rushing TDs, but you rush for 54 yards or whatever it was. I don't even remember. I mean, it doesn't matter. Rushing TDs, are maybe what happened off a passing game. They didn't get it in the end zone. They got the ball at 1 or 2 yard line. Well, we call a run win is 3 yards or less. Okay, so if it's 1st and 10, they gain 3 yards. We say, hey, that's a good job. Okay, if they gain 3.5 yards, it's a loss. Okay, so 3 yard win is the key in the run game. And, you get down on the 1 or 2 yard line, you have a 2 yard rushing TD, and they're in a spread offense. You can't get a sub. You can't sub a guy in. Don't get down. I think that's the key. I'm not worried about rushing TDs. I'm worried about rushing yards. It's stopping the run. If the guy feels good about running for a 2 yard touchdown after 80 yards pass, I guess he needs something to feel good about.
Going against another really good running back in Hood this week, you've said going in that you thought Barkley might be the best tailback in the country. So what do you think Hood does maybe better or worse or differently than Barkley that you have to prepare for?
Yeah, and Barkley is probably the best tailback we played this year without a question. Hood is a different type of guy. Barkley was a guy that can run you over, and I don't remember what Barkley weighed, maybe 210.
I think like 223.
Was he that big?
Squats like 475.
Yeah. This Hood kid is not as quick twitch, I don't think, as a Barkley, but he's physical, and he does have straight line speed, I think. So, Barkley's a good football player, and I think Hood is too. Hood rushed for more yards on us last year than Barkley did. So maybe Hood's a better player. I don't know. Different styles. His style worked, and again, obviously give Fedora and their offense staff credit for what they did with the run game.
What do you think's led to kind of some of the issues on 3rd down you guys have had so far?
Who? Offense or defense?
Oh.
Okay. Defensively, we're being okay on 3rd down, I think. But making the right read and making the right throw. Really, I mean, you got to make completions, and at times we're not going to the right guy or put it in the right spot. So we just got to execute, and we spend a lot of time running the football. So naturally we're good at the run, and we've got to execute on 3rd down. We've got things open, and we've got to hit them. We've got to catch them.
O'Neill said yesterday that the offensive line has been unable to finish games the last 2 weeks. Is that something that surprises you, considering the experience you have there?
Well, Brian's taking it so hard, I guess. And, it's not the old line not finishing; it's just finishing the game. And we talked, you talk about 2 minute, and then you talk about 4 minute, and 5 minutes on the clock last week. The offense gathered together and said, let's just run this clock out. We can point at the touchdown at the end, 2 yard touchdown run, or that pass led up to that. But it comes down to, hey, each side of the ball we have a chance. It's a game of inches, and we got to gain every inch we can. The offensive line wanted to finish that game off, running the football right down the throat for 5 minutes and game over, and not even put the defense in that position, which is a great attitude. And, we felt like the last 2 weeks, I know Coach Cannon feels the same, but we want to, finish it. Now that's easier said than done. 5 minute drive. You remember the 90-minute drive we had, last year, which might be the drive of your life against Georgia Tech, and that's what their goals were. And they'd like to finish it off and not even let the defense get in that position. And, it's easier to control the ball offensively than it is to stop people in 2 minute situations. So that's what they want to do. But offense did a good job. They want to finish the game off. And they want to be in that victory formation, kneeling down at the end after a long drive and not giving them any hope.
You've touched on it before, but how much more challenging is it to prepare for these offenses now than when you first became a defensive coordinator?
It's not as challenging now because you kind of know how, there's so many little things that we've put in and installed during the years as far as, communication, subbing, how we do different things. Getting guys fresh, some of the rules have changed a little bit as far as officials giving you stuff. So there's so many little things that we've taken advantage of defensively to help us So it's gotten better every year and easier every year.
Are you comfortable coaching in games that might have a better chance than not turning into a shootout?
I'm not sure I understand the question. I'm comfortable coaching on the sideline at every game. There's no comfort level. What
Just in terms of the system that you run, maybe points per game that you might be expecting, are you comfortable with, possessions more often than not turning into 6 points as opposed to playing the game of field possession?
I'm comfortable when we score. I'm uncomfortable when we lose, but I'm comfortable coaching. I guess to answer your question.
Anything else before we wrap up?
You suggested yesterday that defensive coordinator's job was the toughest job in college football.
Yeah.
Does Matt Cannon agree with that?
Probably not. But there's it's totally different. It's like when we watch tape. This is when we watch practice tape today. The offense gets through it like that. Okay, and the defense takes a little bit longer because you're putting your kids in tough situations in practice because you don't know what they're going to do. Let's just say we come out and they put all 5 of these receivers in the game. Okay, we have to have an answer for that. But what if they only go 1 receiver in the game? We don't know what they're going to do. And if they put 4 receivers in the game, it's going to be a lot of blitz. Okay, so if we put 4 receivers in the game, that they're going to blitz you a lot. If you're the coordinator, you're going to put 4 receivers in the game and get all the blitz. You want to pick it up. You want to have your O-line have to pick it up. So I guess offense can dictate what you get. Okay, this is all philosophy. If they're going to blitz you when you put 4 receivers in the game, well, if you wanted to blitz, you got some good blitz plays that you'd like to run. You dictate to them. So offensively, I think it's just a little easier to get through it. Again, I think offense coaches would disagree with you, but defense coaches don't. I just think there's a lot. You've got to cover everything. You don't know what they're going to do, and it just takes a little bit more time to defend as opposed to dictate.
Where did this dropping the ball thing in the end zone come from, and what would your dad think of that?
I don't know. I don't know if you saw that tweet by ESPN. Kind of showed to our kids today. It's funny you asked that. But did you see Jester Weir come through 2 hands last week? Anybody notice that? Go back and watch Jester catch that touchdown pass and get in the end zone. And when he crosses the goal line, he goes like this. Okay? We kind of showed it to, there was a tweet by ESPN, I think, that said, it all went wrong. Did anybody see it?
Yeah.
Okay, it all went wrong. I didn't. Somebody emailed me. That's a good one. Yeah, but it all, this is when it all went wrong. And, Coach Canada and Coach Sherman, and really, we want to make sure the defense understand. You don't catch a touchdown and drop it before you get in the end zone. And, I've never been around where we've done that. I'm sure the officials, we made a point of it because the officials, I'm sure, are cracking down on it. It won't happen this weekend after looking at that tape. I'm sure every director of officials will make sure that gets called this weekend. Because there's people that lost the game because of that are mad because they didn't call it. They missed it. Every score play is supposed to be reviewed, right? But they're missing stuff like that. That's not real hard.
Where did it come from? Where do these kids get this?
From you, I think. I don't know. From the media, I think they like it. I don't know. Who knows? Jerry. I think they
I'm an advocate.
Does it come from the NFL? I don't know. Does it come? It's more about me as opposed to a team. And we coach this up and to watch Jester go in there, and I make sure we show them, hey, this is how you do it. This is how we do it at Pitt. He came in the end zone like that, and then we try to handle all the officials.
Aside from your father,
I have a bunch of them. Coaching Iowa was my father, and then after that, I was every coach that I've coached with and I've learned something from. So you have a bunch of them. All right.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, last recruiting question.
Where about when you lose a player that you wanted, does it matter to you? Like, did you pay attention to where they go? Like, does it matter if you have this kid that you wanted goes here and then another one goes there? Does all the kids that aren't going to Pitt are just all in one pile? It doesn't matter where.
Amen. All right. Good. I agree.